How are you doing, guys? To make introductory remark, this is a kind of my very personal thoughts, and this isn't something logical. And I have no evidence of something that I'm gonna talk about from now. But I think diversity is really strong resource to make innovation in every country, and how people take the meaning of diversity all depends on people's sense of values and people's way of thinking. However, I think racial difference or racial diversity has great potential to generate innovation by some kind of chemical reaction made by racial difference or people's sense of value. For example, United States and European countries, India and Israel and other countries has really great potential to make innovation in their countries, and currently they have developed so many great innovative products in the world, and they actually have racial diversity in their countries, and the people with different sets of values coexist each other in their countries. So this is really strength to make innovation to the world, I think. In contrast, Japan is really homogeneous country in the world, and people's sense of value is not really different from each other compared to the country that accepts so many immigrants from overseas. So if people's, you know, if people have a serious conservativeness, and if people have a serious conservative way of thinking, it naturally reacts on the policy that lawmaker established. So I think the different way of thinking between races has really big potential to make up for the shortcoming of each other. So when I talk to non-Japanese people in Japan, there's so many cases that they point out something I don't realize from an expected angle, and it is like I'm caught and I'm prepared totally. So they they all have a really unique idea that no Japanese realize and imagine. So this is really great strength. If Japan has, uh, you know, great racial diversity, and we Japan we Japanese accept the racial diversity, like accept immigrants from another country. Probably this is a really great strength to make innovation, and we have so many opportunity to generate innovation, and our technology will start start going up. So of course, uh, we have pros and cons about the issue on accepting immigrants from overseas from the viewpoint of security, city security, and an employment rate increase. However, I don't really take immigrant policy negatively. As I said, um, you know, racial different racial diversity has really great potential to make innovation. I believe that. So it is obvious that every single person has the same thoughts in one country, like every one of people or is doing the same thing in the same way. They will same they will make the same mistake, and they will make the same decision, even though they got a really good feedback from other countries. They don't know. They don't actually get what is the wrong what is the wrong with that. What is the problem with that? So they don't realize what is wrong and what is the problem from the feedback they got from other countries. So actually, accepting accepting racial diversity is very important uh, from now on for Japan, I think. But I think still Japanese people have a really strong opinion that conservative, uh, conservative opinion, and the majority support the conservative opinion in Japan. So it is really it's not quite easy to change the way of thinking from conservativeness to diversity diversity world. So you so although we actually have a room and we actually have a potential to absorb new things in Japan, but due to the fact that we have really conservative thoughts, and every one of every one of us has really same thoughts and same decision, we don't realize innovative idea that lets us out of the stagnated situation in Japan. So that's why I think Japan has stagnated for a long time in the history. So I think it's impossible for Japan to change drastically under this circumstance. That most people have same thoughts and same way of thinking, same sense of value. So it's impossible to the change the change the government. That I think one of the best way for Japan one of the best way for Japan to change the economics is like uh, accepting racial diversity. I think